Hello, nieces and nieces. How are you? Welcome back to the channel. I want to thank you guys for coming back to the channel. And if you're new, my name is SavingsFashionista. And over here, this is Nista's Nation. If you are a female, I refer to you as Nista. If you are a male, I refer to you as Nisto. And our little area here, we call it Nista's Nation. All right, so over here we do mainly things fragrance. I mainly do haulings and reviews on the majority of my content over the past year has been about Bath and Body Works. However, I have incorporated, things like unboxings, maybe a couple of walkthroughs, hauls from, maybe Trader Joe's or something like that. But I am really trying to extend myself beyond what I have kind of like gotten comfortable with on the channel. And I say, why not do something that you really, truly enjoy and you're more passionate about? And that is fragrance. So I was talking to my cousin a few weeks ago, and we were talking about recent fragrances that we had just purchased, and I was telling her that I had just got a Mancera and I had gotten the Velvet Vanilla, and she was telling me that she had purchased a Tom Ford fragrance, and it was the Rose Prick. And I told her, I said, I don't like rose, and she was like, well, I like rose. She said, but this is a different kind of rose. And she was like, you don't really like vanilla either. I said, well, that Mancera, it's a different kind of vanilla. So she was like, it's good. So then she went ahead to tell me what she liked about it. She was just like, it's just so just sophisticated, exquisite, and it comes in the room and it makes its presence known. So I was like, that's me. That's how I want to smell most of the time. And she was like, it just leaves this trail. And I was like, oh, it has sillage? Because normally when a fragrance leave a trail, and it's just like, you be standing in the presence of a person and your fragrance, the sillage of your fragrance, it's just dominating the whole atmosphere. So when she said that, she said it's just a trail, it's lingering. So I was like, that sounds like me. So long story short, I said, okay, my next purchase is going to be that. Well, I ended up buying Gypsy Water by Aveeno. So I said, well, I'm going to see. Okay, so long story short, I ended up getting it. So this is the Tom Ford Rose Prick. And this is the Eau de Parfum. And it is the 30 ml. Now, you guys, because once your collection gets so large, and even this same cousin told me that, she was like, well, why did you buy a big bottle of stuff? And I was like, I don't know. And she was like, don't you think after you get so many fragrances, over time, can you wear it all, And I was like, well, eventually. She was like, well, let's start practicing just getting the smaller bottles. So that's what I have been trying to do, you guys, especially if it's something new to my collection, and especially if it's like a blind buy. And this is not really a blind buy, but I wasn't able to get a sample, so I kind of feel like that's a blind buy too, because just going in the store and spraying something on a card, it really doesn't give you due diligence of what to expect from the fragrance. As for me, I really have to wear that fragrance, embody the fragrance, and experience it before I can just truly say whether or not this is me or not. But I trust her so much, I went ahead and I bought it, but I got the smaller one. And the fragrance notes in Rose Prick are rose, Demai, Bulgarian rose, and Sichuan pepper. All right, so sounds very spicy. So let's check it out and see what it is giving. And I was in here straightening up my little area in here, and I found a leaking wallflower. So I'm sure you guys know this. If you don't know this trick, if you're trying to smell and test things out, just smell some coffee beans. But what I use is this actual coffee candle, this Paris Cafe, and it does help. So just get a sniff of that. And of course the box is really pretty. And it comes in this pretty pastel pink. It is just, you know, your classic minimalistic packaging that Tom Ford offers. I think the design of the bottle is really pretty. It reminds me of a pillar, you know, a house pillar or a column in a house. And it just, if you allow your imagination to just go, this bottle, it really does speak for what's in the inside a lot of times. It's very simplistic, but it just looks like, you know, a statue, you know. And this particular bottle here, because it's matte, it actually even feels like that. So let's not waste any more time. Enough of the small talk. All right, so let's try again. Oh my God. It's good. And you know, when I read the notes and I saw that it was pepper, and I did smell this in store, you guys, but it's pointless for me a lot of times to go out perfume shopping, because it's something in me that I just have the propensity to just spray, 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 spray. So it just really doesn't make any sense. The only thing that I can think that's sensible, if I can just go in a store, can you give me a sample of this? And most of the time the SAs, they're not really releasing those samples unless they personally know you as one of their customers, or they or you purchase something. That's just the way it is. I don't know what they do with them, but it just makes no sense for me, honestly. I do like to do it, but it makes no sense because I never know what I smell, what it was, and then by the time it, you know, mix all together, it's just one big cloud. So this is good. This is grown lady status. But I mean, Tom Ford never comes to play. Even if it's fruity, it's just grown lady status. But you know, you guys, when I was researching this and I looked it, you know, the fragrance notes up, I kind of felt like this was going to smell like Bryant Park by Bun No. 9. It's something about a pepper note in a fragrance when it's mixed with a floral. It is really good. Now, what I have learned also, and I have probably been wearing Bryant Park. That was the first Bun No. 9 I ever got, like 12 years ago. I told you a story about fresh out of college, crazy, thinking I'm bossing and just buying perfume. At that time, I just really couldn't afford. But I have probably over the years have had, maybe 4 bottles of Bryant Park. So with the Bun No. 9s, there are certain ones that I just like, and I will buy them repeatedly. So what I learned, and it was this very first bottle, the very first bottle I got. You would think when something is very spicy like that, that it's better for the colder months. You guys, I will never forget. I can remember vividly what I had on, but we're not going to talk about it because we're not here for that. I went out and it was a summer night. And you guys, everybody I walked past, men and women, what are you wearing? What you got on? You smell so good. What is that? Let me put it in my phone. What it is? So the compliments did not stop. And I was very surprised because, like I say, it was a warm night, this particular night. So even when fragrances are spicy and woody, experiment with them, you guys. I learned some years ago that even when you think that it's a warm scent, and mostly warm scents are intended to wear when it's cool, try it, because you just never know what your body chemistry and the humidity, as well as the notes and the fragrance, will do, and how it will project, and the smell that it will give. So this is really good. The pepper is there. The pepper is the first thing you smell, but it is such a smooth balance that you smell the pepper as well as the rose. So this is just your standard, and I wouldn't even call it standard. This is your Tom Ford. Tom Ford are very loud fragrances. They are just like right there at you. It did not say that it had oud in it, but it has that strongness in it that would probably make you think it has a little oud in it. But the fragrance notes didn't say oud, but you definitely get those roses, and you get that pepper, that Szechuan pepper. So that's it, you guys. Let me know what you think. If you are familiar with the Tom Ford Rose Prick, let your girl know. And do not forget, you, yes you are great. Bye-bye.